Oh, I found something interesting in a place like this before. Musk grows mostly on the north side of mountains, so if you get lost, you can find your way around. The guy at the store told me. Is this useful?
Oh, that's clever. In Valenwood, we sometimes get directions from the moss that grows on the trunks of trees, but I'm still new to the north, so it's nice to have a guide like you.
I'm collecting a lot of information about nature in Skyrim. Mountain plants can be used for medicine, and it's useful to be able to recognize them. I'd love to learn more about the wisdom of Valenwood from you, Oli.
In Valenwood Forest, they say that what you don't see is the most important. This mountain is no different. It's not just the beauty of the surface, but the way the roots grow and the placement of the stones tell you of danger. So I've always read the terrain.
See, reading the terrain is amazing. When I walk on mountain paths, I tend to look only at my feet. But I try to widen my field of vision and look at the whole area around me. Is it like listening to the voice of the mountains?
Yes, the mountains speak to us too. The way the wind flows, the way the birds fly, the plants that grow between the rocks, everything is connected. If we listen quietly, it will tell us where the dangers are and where the safe spots are. If we want to survive, we must listen to their voices.
I learned some shopping tips from the merchant, but listening to the voice of nature is a wonderful wisdom. Next time we walk together, let me practice seeing the world with your eyes and ears. I'll let you know what I find. Close to my brain must have had a substitute in my direction. Maybe we should all be a little wary.
Goblins are no big deal. The poisonous spiders of Ellenwood are more troublesome. At least goblins are ugly and
I'm
easy
right
to spot
behind
from
you.
a distance. But spiders can be tricky because they hide in the leaves and suddenly attack you. Okay, I'll walk with you.
Is it a poisonous spider? That's scary. I don't like big insects. I also hate the frostbite spiders that lurk in the caves of Skyrim. But as a baggage handler, I'll help protect everyone. Still here. I was watching the battle earlier while packing up my stuff, and always archery was amazing. The sound of the arrows whistling in the wind, the precision of the guitar. It was like watching a dance. I was like watching a dance.
You're good with compliments. But yes, one day I can at least teach you the basics. A bow is not just wood and string, it is an extension of the user's soul. When your heart and hands are united, you can shoot an arrow that will take out any prey. Just be prepared for some muscles at first.
I'm prepared for so much, but I'm gonna do my best. I want to show them my magic luggage bag is the only thing I think formidable. No, I may be funny, but I actually carry around a pretty heavy string collection. So I have a
At this distance, I could pierce your throat as easily as I would a deer's lung. You will come to regret becoming with a Vellenwood hunter. Stone collection, interesting hobby. My grandmother used to collect unusual stones too. The skill of the bow is not only the strength of the muscles, but also the calmness of the breath and the mind. When you become one with nature, even the wind can be your ally. Bandits don't know that. That is why they end up lying on the side of the road like this. Air here is drier than in Valenwood, but the warmth of the sun is pleasant. The prey are more active on days like this, so it's a great time to hunt. The view of Eastmark is not bad either. This Fort Amma, once prosperous, is now ruined. What man has built will soon crumble, but the ancient trees of Valenwood will stand for 1,000 years. I wonder what lies ahead. If it's a cave, we can hear the sound of underground water, and if it's a fortress, we can smell the rusty armor.
Look! Bakur!
I'm not a fan of cloudy skies. In Valenwood, the light leaking through the trees illuminates the ground like dancing lights. The grey skies here make me feel down, but it's good for hunting in the shadows. It's harder for them to see us, but my ears are sharper than the bandits in Skyrim.
far as I can see, there are still two people hiding. To the right of the leader, behind the rocks. Only Staros can reach them. I'll protect the luggage and leave everyone else's backs to you. Yes?
Like mistletoe poison, it sure worked. If you think you can avoid my arrows next time, you're wrong. This bow is not just a weapon. It is the very soul of Ellenwood. Let the souls of the bandits return to the fields and become morsel slugs next time. Behind the rocks, you have a good eye, Zero. My arrows cut through the wind and lodge themselves in the hearts of my enemies. As they say in Bellenwood, a hawk becomes an arrow before it finds its prey. With your eyes in my bow, I will show these bandits what that really means. Behind the rocks, you have a good eye, Zero. My arrows cut through the wind and lodge themselves in the hearts of my enemies. As they say in Bellenwood, a hawk becomes an arrow before it finds its prey. With your eyes in my bow, I will show these bandits what that really means. For the rest to know. It's a chink in the armor. The stations have the same routines as Ellenwood. They know it's common, but they're not so
What is it?
I took care of the bandits behind the rocks. I have a good sense of hunting even in this cold place. Cyril, aren't your eyes and my bow a great combination?
Great teamwork. My eyes fully skill with the bow, and the leader's swordsmanship, and your swordsmanship. With this combination, we can overcome any danger. I'll show you my stone collection later, if you like. I've been collecting odd-shaped stones from all over Sky.
We would be wise to play to each other's strength. Skills are mighty, and I need a sword. The skills of a forge are in common. He gives me a weapon handle but each thing with the strength of a pack. Stone collection sounds interesting. In Bellenwood, there were children who collected shiny stones from the bottom of the river. Each stone has a story. Those bandits were very thinly clad for a northerner. In Bellenwood, they say that a piece of skin is the difference between life and death. If you want to live in Skyrim, you'll at least have to learn how to wear that. Well, you won't have the chance to learn forever. I hope their souls find the next wise beast. Spinners, priests of Ifray, are said to be able to change the past and predict the future. I wonder if my mother could do that.
I wonder what kind of people the Greybeards are.
Cyril is role-playing in a game of Skyrim. I know a little bit about them. They are a warrior guild in Whiterun, and they live in a place called Joveskal. I used to see the leader, Old Codlat, at the blacksmith shop. It's an honorable group that has been around for a long time and is respected throughout Skyrim. I heard that they wear a wolf sigil as a sign of a warrior. Greybeards are a good old Nordic warrior group. They are a group of mercenaries who are respected in Whiterun. They are a group of people who value the old ways of fighting, and they are a symbol of honor and courage. I hear a lot of rumors while I'm carrying their stuff.
Greybeards, I believe they are the monks who mastered the way of the voice. Their cries are said to shift the mountains. In Vellenwood, they have the ancient wisdom to control the trees with their words, but in Skyrim, the power of their voices is something else. Perhaps when we meet them, we will discover the true power of the sound. I wonder how their songs differ from those of us fussiness.
Mr. Old, the Greybeards and the Greybeards are two different people. The Greybeards are a mercenary band from Whiterun, based in Jorvaskal. The Greybeards are monks who live on the summit of High Hrothgar. They are amazing people who can use the power of their voices. I'm good at gathering rumors about the town.
Oh, really? I'm sorry, I got that mixed up. I'm new to Skyrim. This northern name almost makes me bite my tongue more than a language. How quaint that the monks live on a mountaintop. Vellenwood would be the place to live in the crown of the oldest tree. Cyril, I admire your ability to gather rumors. I've been good at catching these persons but when it comes to people's stories, I'm not there yet.
That's right. When I first came to Skyrim, the home of the graveyard. Let's go. I'll put them on while I carry the blood.
Monks live in the country. In Vellenwood, they live on top of the tallest trees, which are especially missing. I thought it would be different from the whispers of the forest. I wonder if they control the power of their voices or how they have us. It sounds interesting, doesn't it? Your souls will never return to the forest of Ifa. Let them rot in the cold soil of Skyrim. In Vellenwood, those who die in such an ignominious manner will wander forever, unaccepted by the trees. Well, I pray that next time you will be reborn as a better creature. Here's stone at best.
It's hard to know the customs of Skyrim, isn't it? I was confused at first too. The graveyards are a place of warriors who love to drink and fight. The Greybeards, on the other hand, tried monks who manipulate the powerful. The two words can be used in very different. Like my strange legend, which came from the story. I have heard stories about the souls of the dead. I heard that the souls trapped in the black soulstone cannot be released forever.
What?
I've got your back. All right then. so limited. The tail are heavy. Look at the movement of the car. The wine is strong. I've walked in many places such as this. In this kind of heavy atmosphere, you should find out something yourself. The black silk.
No? Baku!
The blacksmiths and white rings will give you a good price for it. Of course, I'll make sure the leader gets it again. Zero Bank, please leave the management of your treasures to me.
We are perfect for banditry and collecting things. In Delenwood, you have to make the most of everything you hunt. It's a good thing we don't waste it here too. That magic bag looks very useful. I'm only good with the bow, but you have a talent for organizing things.
Your skill with the bow is a great talent, Oli. I'm so good at organizing and collecting groceries that it's become my job. I love the Valen who make the most of their mentality. I do think that everything is fine with me. Even a small piece of stone or a rock piece or holds the memory of something. Oh, look at that it's good. I don't think there's much demand for it. I can't get rid of the smell of blood.
I am used to the smell of blood. I eat meat in Delenwood, but we keep up in Covenant and don't waste it. But you are right, the bandits' clothes are worthless, as is their way of life. Your magic bag is like the bottomless bag of our forest legends. It was the treasure of a wise squirrel in an old tale. It is a wonder that different lands produce similar wisdom.
Is it the bottomless bag of squirrels? That's interesting. Folktales have similarities even if they are from different lands. My bag is magically tailored and can hold more than it looks. It weighs the same, so I can carry stones for talismans, equipment for the leader, and only select things of value recovered from bandits. Can you tell us more about Valenwood? I'm interested in other cultures.
You're talking about Delenwood. Well, our forest lives and breathes, and the trees you walk on can change the path you take. That's why maps are useful. You need to meet the stars and the winding road not to get lost in the forest. And speaking of magic bags, the priests who serve the god Ifri have seed bags where they can store the seeds of any rare plant. Cyril, you and Bosma may have similar souls.
Fucking trees, the stars and the wine. It's an amazing world. There's something about Skyrim that I don't get used to. It's all about the lack of evidence. The idea of a bag of seeds is similar to my stone collection. It's like carrying around a memory of a place. Talking about the things of the world. I want to see the forest by
Let them rot in the cold soil.
The vision is beautiful.
In such a ingenious manner will want to fall, unaffected by the truth. Well, I pray that next time you will be reborn as a better creature. Be a stone at best.
Oh, sorry. Now that I found you so just listening to Bailey, I feel like it's Oli, I wonder if we Bosma miss the forest no matter where we live, even here in Skyrim. Sometimes when I walk among the trees, I feel like something is calling to me. I have that feeling. Maybe that's why I have my stone collection. A memory of a place. Maybe it's a substitute for home.
The call of the forest. I feel it all the time. The whisper of Euphrates is in the blood of Bosuma. No matter how far away you are, the song of the trees never leaves your ears. I'm sure that's why you collect stones. Maybe the stones speak to you instead of the trees. Those of us who have left our homes find shadows of the old even in new places. Our hearts.
It's all connected when you think about it that way. I'm fascinated by the little stones, and you're honing your bowing skills. Maybe there's a future in these growing trees near you. I can't hear it, but I feel it. The story that I see stones of Skyrim. I'm a little embarrassed to tell you this, but I carry a little bit of soil from my home magic bag. It's like I carry a little bit home with me wherever I go. Oli, do you carry something with you too? A little memory of Alienwood.
My bow. It's an filling from my grandmother. It was made from the oldest wood of Ellenwood, they say. Every time I draw it, I hear the songs of the forest spirits. Sometimes, in the moment I release an arrow, I feel the whine of my distant homeland. Just as stones hold stories, this bow carries the memories of my what a lovely thought. Zero, carrying soil from home. Perhaps we're doing the same thing in different ways.
Thank you for sharing your story, Oli. The bow you inherited from your grandmother. That has a much deeper meaning than a stone collection. Family ties, history, and the breath of home. Every time I draw my bow, I hear the song of the spirits of the forest. I want to be able to feel that sound someday. And knowingly, we both carry a part of our homeland with us on our journey. The memory of the forest that runs in our blood. It would be wonderful to remember that.
Each time I draw it, I feel the warmth of my grandmother's hands. Even in Skyrim's cold air, this bow maintains Ellenwood's warmth. Zero, the stories you find in stones and the memories I feel in my bow come from the same source, different forms.
Fus!
Need something? Let's get going then. I'm right behind you. You lead, I'll follow. Need something? Let's get going then. stones here around me. They must be remnants of volcation. My favorite stones in my stone collection are actually quartz crystals found in this area. When you look through the light, you can see a small forest inside. It's likely hidden within the
Stones in Skyrim are branching expressive in Venom with this kind of stone. The key is very stone. The shape of the stone. Flow of the breeze. The other weakness of lantern. Can you show me the living forest and the crystals in it? The key is strange connection.
How the light hits it. In the morning light, it's a bright green like young leaves, and in the evening light, it's a dark green like a deep forest. Stones and forests, although they are far apart, they are connected somehow. Like Ori's bow, I believe that things have a soul. So even though we are far away from our hometown, maybe we are always with our hometown. I am sure the spirits of Valenwood are watching over you.
The air here is heavy and haunting. In Valenwood, a place like this would be a place for purification rituals. That spirits tend to accumulate there. My bow seems a little tense too. The strings feel stiffer than usual. Maybe there are some more bows leading around here. Zero, will you show me that crystal from must be good for me to the forest inside. Handle it as the book has included. Extension of the body, expression of the soul. What if we cause the harmony of opposites?
I will show it to you next time when I pack up my belongings. That crystal is more than just a stone to me. It holds the memory of when I found it. It was a morning after the rain, and the sunlight reflected off the puddle of water, making it shine like a rainbow. And you know, in the light. Oh sorry, it's a long story again. When I heard about Oli's bow, I wanted to share something precious with someone. The image of home in stone. I think that our souls will be engraved in the earth of Skyrim a little bit too.
I see in your movements that you don't have to be a woodsman to be in harmony with nature. We Bosmer prefer bows and shadows, but you swing your sword in the light. That is one way. In Valenwood they say, there are 1,000 paths in the forest, all leading to the center. Each finds its own path. Maybe that is the meaning of life.
Smell around here. It's unique, isn't it? Unlike other areas in Skyrim, there is a smell of sulfur coming up from under the ground. I collect smells when I travel. It's like a map in my head. Riffin smells of honey and spoiled milk. Winterhold smells of snow and old magic books. This place is like a mixture of hot springs and minerals. Oh, places with this smell usually have rare ores lying around. You may find materials that can be used to care for the leader's weapons. Treasure hunting by smell is my specialty.
A map of smells. What a great idea. They say we Bosumers have a good nose, but you have a very special sense of smell. In Valenwood, we use the scents of seasonal plants to determine our location. The sweet smell of fungi in the wet season, the strong smell of sap in the dry season, but I still can't get used to the smell of snow. The sulfur smell is different from the rest. There's a hot spring. I'd like to take a break. From my That goblin seems to take Seolas threat seriously. There's no such thing as a wise man's ring. All boys folk have a talent for storytelling, don't they? In my village, we had a scary storytelling competition, and the winner was exempt from hunting for a whole day. Seo would have won for sure. But I like your story about the hot springs. My shoulders get stiff from all that bowing. I could use a little rest. Then, as you freeze to your head in the morning.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire, and I'll send someone over.
Welcome, friend. Welcome to the Villamere Inn. Need a room? Maybe a drink? If there's anything I can get you, you just let me know. So, you're headed up to High Hrothgar, aren't you? We don't get many visitors through here, unless they're headed up to the monastery. If you're headed up to High Hrothgar, watch your step. It's a long way down. Oh, while you're here, if I were you, I'd keep away from the barrow on the east side of town. It's haunted. Of course. I understand. welcome to the Villamere Inn. If there's anything that... If I were you, I'd keep away from the barrow on the east side of town. It's haunted. Of course. Let's sate that appetite, hmm? Take a look. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
What shall we do with the drunken bossmer? What shall we do with the drunken bossmer? What shall we do with the drunken bossmer? Early in the morning.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
This inn is unexpectedly comfortable. Most of the inns in Skyrim smell like bear fur and drunken vomit. Oh, and the baths aren't bad either. Hot springs are a rarity in Valenwood, so this is not a bad luxury. We're going to climb a high mountain tomorrow, aren't we? Let's warm up while we still can.
If I were you, I'd keep away from the barrow on the east side of town. It's haunted. Of course. There's nothing finer than Blackbriar mead. It just so happens that's my specialty. At least when we can get shipments with the war going on. The best mead comes from Riften, you know. Well, no. Ever had a taste of sweet honey brew? All right, here you go. The Greybeards are a solitary lot. I don't think they've ever ventured outside their monastery. We get the occasional pilgrim passing through here on their way to the summit, but almost all of them have returned disappointed. There ain't much more to tell. They're haunted, and you should stay away. Look, I've seen one of the spirits with my very own eyes. When it glared at me, I swear it burned right through my soul. Fortunately, they seem to be sticking to the barrel. I think they're guarding it. Certainly isn't helping my business any. Who'd want to rent a room anywhere near a haunted barrel? If you think there's anything you can do, be my guest. If you pass through again, stop by for a drink.
Hi, lady.
Hello, tiny human.
Is it true that you kill deer and eat their hearts?
No, that's what I do to people. Deer hearts aren't as tasty.
What? Seriously?
Well, I suppose I quite like the human liver as well, but I'm not entirely sure I prefer it over the heart.
Did you hear about the cemetery investigation?
Investigating a cemetery? I've heard a bit about ghosts. Sounds scary, but I'd be happy to go with you as a baggage handler. Maybe we'll find some weird treasures.
Barrow? I do love a good ghost story.
Ghosts in the cemetery, even in Delenwood, there are places where souls don't rest. If the dead are guarding something, it's important. I can help you with this now.
I hear ghosts are guarding the tombs. I can help you. Cyril's bank is open for business with ghosts too. If you have any treasures, I'll make sure they get sorted out and taken away.
The spirits of the north are rough, unlike the spirits of the southern forests. They seem tough, but I'm interested in the secrets of the dead.
Today, I'm going to see Greybeard at the High Floss River.
Are we gonna see Greybeard? I know the weather in the mountains is changeable. I'll take care of all your stuff. I have warm clothes for you so you don't freeze.
Are Greybeard's people who use spirits? If they can control the ghosts of the mountain, maybe they know about that cemetery.
Look! Bakur! Look! Bakur!
Not today. I'm just not ready to make the climb to High Hrothgar. The path isn't safe.
Aren't the Greybeards expecting some supplies?
Honestly,
The
I'm
morning
not
air is so
certain.
nice.
I've yet to be
It's
allowed
drier than
into the
Delenwood,
monastery.
but it's nice and moist today.
Hello, friend. Are you passing through on your way to High Hrothgar?
I heard that Greybeard is a wise man, but controlling ghosts. I'd rather have money than ghosts. Are you ready to climb the mountain? Cyril's bank is open for business on the mountain.
Climbing the 7,000 steps takes its toll, and sadly my legs aren't what they used to be. Maybe I'll get some rest first. Hold off and go. 7,000 steps indeed. Next time they need to build it closer to the ground. Mostly food supplies like dried fish and salted meat. The Greybeards tend not to get out much, if you catch my meaning. Well, it's kind of an understanding between us. I mean, it just wouldn't feel right to charge them for a bit of preserved food. Trouble is, my legs aren't what they used to be, and climbing the 7,000 steps takes its toll. Really? Well, that would be kind of you. Here, take this bag of supplies. At the top of the steps, you'll see the offering chest. Just leave the bag inside, and you're done. I've been to the monastery many times, but I've never even laid eyes on one of the Greybeards. Not that I'd care to. Being masters of the Thuum, they could kill you by uttering a single word. Well, not that they would. They seem peaceful, but I wouldn't want to provoke them.
By the gods, stop that! It's making people nervous. Good. Glad we straightened that out.
Never should have come. We are routed!
Done well. There's a set of beast tracks on this road. Maybe it's a bear or a wolf. Northern beasts are big and scary, but I don't like the fact that I
Keep an
can't
eye out
escape
for
up in the
wolves
trees.
if you're headed up the path to High Hrothgar.
All animal tracks, I've seen them too. I was chased by a bear once while making the rounds of my suppliers. I found that distracting it by scattering the contents of your bag works best than climbing a tree.
They're not the sort to take visitors. But I never go that high up the path anyway. Some folk who make the trip leave them food or other essentials, but not to make conversation. I did. Strange days when the monks will do that. I wonder what it means. I like to spend time up here. Walk the steps. Meditate on the emblems. Doesn't hurt when I bag some game along the way. Until next time.
We did it! We won! I can sell troll skins for a lot of money, but they stink. I'll have to store them in a magic bag for later. With adventure comes danger and reward.
The mountain beasts are nasty, but these skins will come in handy. It's thicker than melonwoods and should be good armor. There may be more beasts all the way to Greybeards.
Are you gonna Greybeards? It's a high mountain, so you'll need warm clothes. Don't worry, I'll carry your stuff. I hear the air is thinner at the top of the mountain, but Cyril's bank is open even at high altitudes.
In there at the top of the mountain, I wonder if it affects the range of the bow. Without Euphrates' guidance, the arrow might not even fly, but the view from high up must be amazing.
The range of a bow increases when the air is thin. A peddler I know told me that, but it's harder to aim, so it's a test of your skill. I'd love to see the view from the top of the mountain.
Is that so? The thinner the air is, the farther the arrow flies. That's interesting. We don't have mountains that high in Delaware, so I've never tried it, but I will witness the jacket in any conditions.
Yeah, it reduces the resistance of the air, but it's also more susceptible to the water. I wonder if I can do a little dance of air different. I'd love to learn Dalenwood's techniques sometime. Why are they hurting each other? Ah! Oh, is that it? Ha!
Are you trying to steal me? I'm just kidding. The art of archery in Delaware is not something that can be taken. But if you're serious, I can teach you a little. Let's start with basic things.
I'm really impressed with your bow skills, Ori. I'd love to shoot a little, but my tools of the trade are a calculator and a magic bag. But I'd love to hear your tips on alpine hunting. Collecting stories of my customers' adventures is a hobby of mine.
Alan with archery skills. I can teach you anything. How to track your prey among the trees. The secret of listening to the wind. But I'm still getting used to hunting in the north.
I want you to teach me too. I want to learn how to use a bow as well as how to carry stuff. Since I came to Skyrim, I feel like I need to learn how to defend myself. Can you really hear the wind?
I hear the wind, but I don't hear it with my ears. But instead of hearing it with my ears, I feel it with my skin, the breath of it. The beasts of the mountains are strong, but my arrows are sure. Having grown up in the forests of my homeland, it's still hard to read the cold wind. My senses are slowly sharpening. What will be next?
I want to learn too. I don't want to waste any arrows during my adventures. The winds in the north are definitely different. It's very different from where I'm from. Practicing with a bow while carrying luggage sounds a little difficult, but I'll give it a try.
We're getting
Archery while carrying luggage? That is an interesting challenge. Cyril, if you want to work on your arms and eyes, let me start by teaching you how to stand. Yufrey teaches you to be rooted like a tree. You have to have a posture that can withstand any weight.
Boost! Roda! Boost! Roda!
Oh, climbing the 7,000 steps is a special kind of adventure. Valenwood may have temples, but not such steep stone paths. The call of the Greybeards. What significance does it bring to our journey? Hey, what would you like to ask Greybeard when you see him? I would ask about the forests of Skyrim and the voices of the trees. I wonder if they are inhabited by different spirits than the Valenwood. It's always fun to travel away from home and learn the secrets of a new land.
I love to hear what you're working with. It's amazing how magical it is to be able to call people with just your voice. I'd also like to know the weather forecast for the mountains. It would be a big problem if our luggage gets wet in the rain. Cyril's bank's motto is to protect our customers' valuable goods.
Davakin, yes, I'm curious as to what the power of that voice is. I can't believe you can move something with just your voice. It's like Yufrey's forest song, but I think it's different. Mountain weather, very perceptive. Cyril, the color of the sky is more important than anything else when you're chasing a beast. A good merchant must be able to read the weather.
Business depends on the weather. If it's going to rain, some prices go up, some go down. I've heard Bosmer sing, it was beautiful, but they say Dwokin's voice stirs the soul. I wonder what it would be like to hear it in person. I'd be thrilled.
A soul-stirring voice. I get chills just imagining it. Valenwood's chanting is what makes the forests happy, but Dwokin's cry is about moving mountains. I wonder if it has the same power as my arrow to reach straight for its target. I'd like to see that moment.
A voice that moves mountains. That's amazing. My storage magic is useful, But if I could do that with just my voice, it would be so much easier to carry my luggage. But someone with that kind of power must have a hard fate. If I could meet Dworkin, would I be able to help him in any way?
Fate. Yes, Vitis. With great power comes great responsibility. As they say in Valenwood, the stronger the tree, the more it is swayed by the wind. But Zero, even your talent for carrying cargo is special. It is the little things that make the big adventures happen. That is what Ifrit teaches. I'm so glad we got... going to be in that labyrinth of stone and...
Stronger the tree, the more it is swayed by the wind. That's a nice saying. I'm so glad that my luggage carrying is helping. Even a small talent can be a big help when we all work together. Maybe there will come a...
This beast too, then so far from the forest of Utah. The Bosnians are sworn to never waste that way. Think, flash and burn, everything is in here. Zero, would you like to say a prayer for the soul of this beast to return to its next life? The 7,000 stairs remind me of the old trees of Ellenwood. Both wood and stone are formed over a long period of time. But the tree lies on, while the stone remains the same. Or even more than the same stones. Maybe it is different from what we see in trees.
Prayer. I don't know much about your priest teachings, but thank you, traveling beast, for your courage and strength. May you return to the forest with new life. Can I put it like this? Maybe people in the north see eternity in stones. Trees are reborn, but stones remain the same for thousands of years. Is it a longing for something that never changes?
Excellent, Zero. As one born in the forests of Ukraine, your prayer resonates with me. The souls of the beast creatures. Yes, there is beauty in both the eternity of stone and the river of trees. But to me, as a bossman, that a change in forest is a true eternity. It doesn't change that life has meaning.
Change is eternary. That's deep. I have seen many changes in my travels. My job as a baggage handler started out as just a business, but now it's part of the adventure. Cyril's bank is growing. Just like the growth of the tree, our journey continues to
You know, when I look at these 7,000 stairs, it's like a journey itself. Step by step, reaching higher and higher, shape-shifting like Cyril's sack and reaching for the goal like my arrow. We can climb any mountain, no matter how high, because we all support each other. In Velenwood, some paths were traveled by the wind. Sometimes it just makes sense to climb one step at a time on your own feet, you know?
So, a Dragonborn appears at this moment in the turning of the age. We will see if you truly have the gift. Show us, Dragonborn. Let us taste of your voice. Shout at us, and let us taste of your voice.
Graybeard?
Dragonborn, it is you. Welcome to High Hrothgar. I am Master Arngir. I speak for the Greybeards. Now, tell me, Dragonborn, why have you come here? We are here to guide you in that pursuit, just as the Greybeards have sought to guide those of the dragon blood that came before you. You are not the first. There have been many of the dragon blood since Akatosh first bestowed that gift upon mortal kind. Whether you are the only dragonborn of this age, that is not ours to know. You are the only one that has been revealed thus far. That is all I can say. You have shown that you are dragonborn. You have the inborn gift. But do you have the discipline and temperament to follow the path laid out for you? That remains to be seen. Without training, you have already taken the first steps towards projecting your voice into a thum, a shout. Now let us see if you are willing and able to learn. When you shout, you speak in the language of dragons. Thus, your dragon blood gives you an inborn ability to learn words of power. All shouts are made up of 3 words of power. As you master each word, your shout will become progressively stronger. Master Einarth will now teach you roll, the second word in unrelenting force. Roll means balance in the dragon tongue. Combine it with fus, force, to focus your thumb or chakra. Roll.
The fate of the Dragonborn. In Velenwood, the Chosen One carries a heavy responsibility, like the tales told by the elders under the old oak tree. But, leader, it's strange because the power of your voice, unlike a bow and arrow, is invisible. It's like shooting an invisible arrow, guiding the forest without even ever being seen. You are being guided.
In order to use it in a shout. Well, that is how the rest of us learn shouts. As Dragonborn, you can absorb a slain dragon's life force and knowledge directly. As part of your initiation, Master Einarth will allow you to tap into his understanding of roll. Now, let us see how one masters learning. Use your unrelenting force shout to strike the targets as they appear.
Fus, roll!
Hey, she has dragon's blood in her. Do you have fire in your body? Does she not mind the cold of the north? In Valenwood, one who possesses the power of nature can become one with the forest, but you can become one with the dragon. You see the world with your words as my Bao sees it. It is a strange fate.
Dragonborn, you're the man of prophecy. I can't believe he's right in front of me. Cyril is one of the bank's best customers. I'm glad I can speak the language of dragons. It's more useful than a magic bag. I can use my powers with just my voice. Hey, isn't dragon power heavy? My shoulders hurt when my bag gets too heavy.
Use both words if you can.
Boost! Roll!
Oh, what happened?
Impressive. Your thumb is precise. You show great promise, Dragon. We will perform your next trial in the courtyard. Follow Master Boy.
You understand the weight of a dragon's words. You understand the cries of the dragons as you would the birds in the forest. It's strange. In Valenwood, to know language is to know life. You hear the ancient words as I hear the footsteps of my prey. But when I see the faces of the old men, that power may be a double-edged sword. Just as the hand that draws the bow has a responsibility, so does your voice.
We will now see how you learn a completely new trick. Master Bori will teach you wood, which means whirlwind. You must hear the word within yourself before you can project it into a thum.
Great, you just learned it to speak, didn't you? I don't understand the sound, but I could feel the air shaking. The language of the dragons resonates directly to the soul. It's like a force stronger than a Cyril bang piggy bang. What do those words mean? What happens when you use them? Oh, you don't have to tell me, if it's a secret.
The way those words shake the air, it's like the roar of an ancient Valenwood tree. It's nothing like the sound of my bow cutting through the wind. It's like the awakening of an ancient power. It reminds me of the blessing ceremony of the free. But the language of the north is cold and harsh, so unlike the songs of the forest, they have the power to shatter mountains. How can one word change the world? The fate the child of the dragon bears is heavy. I hope the path is as straight as my arrow.
That's a lot of power. Now that's a fuss wood. It could blow rocks out of the sky. It might be as useful as my magic bag, but it's also a big responsibility. Unlike taking care of luggage, I feel like I'm in charge of the fate of the world. Hey, can we use that dragon language to sell Cyril's bag? Just kidding, but it's really amazing. I feel like I'm watching a legend right in front of my eyes.
Again.
Thus, powerful words. I could feel the tension in the air, like the moment you pull the bowstring. But moving stones. According to the teachings of Yifri, all things have a say, but few have ears to hear them. You must have special ears to hear the words of the dragon. Cyril, don't even think of using them for business, even as a joke. With words comes responsibility. Words cannot be taken back, just as an arrow cannot be shot back.
You were given this gift by the gods for a reason. It is up to you to determine how best to use it. You are now ready for your last trial. Retrieve the horn of Jürgen Windcaller, our founder, from his tomb in the ancient plain of Ustengraf. Remain true to the way of the voice. You will return. Five. Our leader, Parthenax, lives alone on the peak of the throat of the world. When your voice can open the path, you will know you are ready to speak to him. He was a great war leader of the ancient Nords, a master of the voice, or tongue. After the disaster at Red Mountain, where the Nord army was annihilated, he spent many years pondering the meaning of that terrible defeat. He finally came to realize that the gods had punished the Nords for their arrogant and blasphemous misuse of the voice. He was the first to understand that the voice should be used solely for the glory and worship of the gods, not the glory of men. Jürgen Windcaller's mastery of the voice eventually overcame all opposition, and the way of the voice was born. The voice was a gift of the goddess Kinnereth at the dawn of time. She gave mortals, although this gift has often been misused. True mastery of the voice can only be achieved when your inner spirit is in the contemplation of the sky, Kinnereth's domain, and the practice of the voice. We strive to achieve this balance. Wind, guide.
The air in the mountains is so pure, voices echo far and wide, whereas in the forests of Velen the sounds are absorbed. Here the words have power, and this place is more full of the cries of the old gods than the whispers of your free forest. It is as if the mountain itself is speaking to us.
I'm so excited to be a part of such a historic place. I'm impressed. I'm impressed that I can move things with my voice. It's a different kind of power than my magic bag. The mountains are talking to me. Oli is right. Skyrim's nature is wild, but it's just as powerful. Jürgen Windcaller's horn. Ancient Nordic relics, huh? If I find it, I'll keep it safe at Cyril's bank. Just kidding. Of course I'll return it.
There is something about this mountain. So many secrets. We Bosma follow the teachings of Euphrates, but the Nords follow the path of the voice. We may be similar in that we both respect the power of nature. But Cyril, it's dangerous to joke about keeping the ancient relics in the bank. The mountain gods have good ears. If they find a horn, they might curse you if you don't give it to them right away.
Oh no, I was only joking. God of the mountain, forgive me if you heard that. Cyril's bank is very strict about deposits, so I'm sure I'll return it to you. I love how the path of the voice and the teachings of Euphrates are both in harmony with nature. The mountains of Skyrim and the forests of Valenwood are both places to be treated with I'm sure that our journey is a journey to find such harmony.
Both the voice and the teachings of Euphrates are ultimately a matter of respect. In Valenwood we listen to the forest. In Skyrim we give voice back to the mountains. They are like different patterns woven with the same thread. But you see, Cyril, the people of the forest value receiving more than taking away. Just as we receive life with our bows, Dragonborn receive power with our voices. We should be grateful and respectful of what we receive.
I see, the importance of receiving. I am a merchant, so I tend to think of trade, but the gifts from nature are favors. We should not forget to be thankful when we pick flowers from the mountains. Just as a leader borrows from the voice of the dragon, I'm borrowing from the bounty of the earth. So maybe Cyril's bank is not only a keeper of money, but a receiver of trust. Thanks for sharing, Oli.
Receiving trust is a good idea. Euphrates teaches that what you receive, you must give something back in return. Like planting a seed after a hunt. I suppose that in return for receiving the power of the dragon, The leader must also give something back to the world with that power. Let us not forget the benefits we have received on our journey as well. The air changes when you come down the mountain. The plains of Whiteland are open and a great place to test your bow skills. In the jungles of Ellenwood it was hard to aim far, but here I can shoot a deer 100 paces away. But when I see those great towers, I still miss the green of the trees. After learning about the ancient powers, it is important to get back to the daily routine. I miss the smell of this honey. In Ellenwood they make a special liquor from nectar. That Nordic honey wine has a stronger taste. The forest people value sweetness, but the northerners are looking for warmth. I'd love to sample it, and I'm sure you three would appreciate the sweet gift.
The smell of this meat is really nice. I'd like to sample some too. Zero's Bank usually deals more in gold coins than booze, but sometimes it's nice to have a bit of fun without the business. Hey, is the owner of this brewery famous locally? I hope he is kind to travelers like me. I'm sure the honey wine of Skyrim is filled with wisdom to help us survive the winter.
Honey wine is a northern treasure. Fruit wines are the norm in Ellenwood, but this honey wine will warm you to the core. Honey brew is famous. It is run by a couple named Sovel and Malif. They are very friendly to merchants and adventurers alike. Rumor has it they haven't been getting along very well lately. Maybe there is a problem. Maybe we can help.
Ah, the management couple doesn't get along. That must affect their business. I hope we can help. Mediating fights between couples isn't really my thing, but they make delicious steak, so I want to support them. I definitely want to try their honey wine, which is full of wisdom to overcome the cold in the north. It would be nice to have a little business talk with other merchants.
Cyril is your man when it comes to business. I specialize in bows and arrows, but marital problems are difficult. In Ellenwood, there are people who read fortunes by listening to the trees, but listening to people's hearts is more complicated. Well, if the drink tastes good, it is worth helping. If the drink can withstand the cold of winter, it could be useful for your adventures in the mountains.
Yes, let's do a tasting first. The trick of the trade is to know the quality and the marrow problems. It sounds difficult, but I've heard many adventurers talk about it, so maybe I can at least be a good listener. I've also heard a bit of Whitern gossip. Hey Oli, have you ever heard that honey wine can be used to clean bowstrings? I don't know if it's true or not, but it's got a viscous consistency, so I'm just kidding. If you put honey on a bow, you're in big trouble.
Honey wine on the bowstring, in the name of Euphrates, that will attract bugs from all over the forest. Strings are supposed to be cared for with pine sap, but all joking aside, meat can be used to treat wounds. It can be disinfected with alcohol and the honey itself promotes healing. Northern wisdom is practical. Not only does it warm you up, it also heals wounds. 2 birds with 1 stone.